right. Oh, shit. We're going to have to figure something out with this. Because people on YouTube are not going to be able to read this shit. But then you guys can't read this shit. So we find ourselves at an impasse. Does that help? Oh, it does help. Okay. How is everybody doing? I'm just trying to get set up. How is all in the world? Dustin, life is pretty all right. How are you doing, my brother? Pretty right down the middle for me. How's it going for you? Pretty right down the median. Had a great time in Texas, which was wonderful. Yeah, all is well. I need to win some damn money though. So we're gonna go on a little money hunting mission over the next few weeks. We're going to make lots of monies. I need some monies. So I'm going to be locked in like a surgical soldier. It is Friday. It is hard to complain. Life's good. Life's good, man. Great time at the wedding. Wonderful time at the wedding. All right. I'm going to just start flinging stuff. Dustin, you need some money too? Yeah, let's make a lot of money over the next few weeks. I can do that. I could do that with you. That's an activity I could partake in. So yeah, let's figure out how to make lots of money. What are you liking on the board, Dustin? Let's start off. I'm going to be heavily invested in the Phillies. I can't for the life of me figure out why this isn't getting steamed up like past minus 130. Lover to Trish, how are you, my brother? It do good. It do good. I'm a big fan of how things are at the moment. I'm having a good day. We might be bumping up. We'll talk about it, but we have some things going on behind the scenes. I've been gone because I've been replanning, retooling, and something might be happening. But yeah, so that'll be fun for us. Otherwise, what's it called? Things are just pretty swell. I need to make a bunch of money. I'm down 12 units on baseball so far. It's my sport. Gotta hone in a little bit. I can't be, it's like, I need money, but also like a little pride, guy. This is your sport. So I'm gonna get it together a little bit. I don't understand though. I mean, I don't for the fucking life of me understand the market on the Phillies today. I feel like this is an ideal matchup if you're the Phillies. Starting pitcher wise, a guy that's gonna, if we don't help him, Freddie Peralta will be out of the game by like mid fourth inning if we don't give him help. I'm being bled out in the market and have my worst month ever betting. Yeah, sometimes it goes up and down. That's why you just got to bankroll manage. As fucking lame as it is to sound, that's like an actual thing. It's just the way life goes. Eventually it goes up. I was on a fucking tear at the end of college basketball, so I can't complain too much. The last few months of college basketball were unbelievable. So I can't say too much. Brewers and how they are playing, I think that's why line is low. Brewers 4-1 last 5. The Brewers are really good. I mean, I think the Brewers are one of the best teams in baseball. Phillies, bats, icy. The Phillies are playing poorly, so that's a good angle. That has to be a big part of the angle. But I just think Ranger Suarez is a guy we want to invest in. We want Ranger Suarez money. He's going to shut down the Brewers lineup. He's going to do a good enough job, and I don't think Freddie Peralta throws enough damn strikes. Oh. I don't know. Also, Devin Williams and Hader both have pitched like 3 of the last 4 nights or something like that. So like we can do it, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 of the last 4. No, they pitched 3 of the last 5. So I guess they could do it and just blow the bullpen out. Guardians money line. I can see that getting trippy. I can see Indians money line. That seems like why not? Our bullpen is freaking terrible, meaning the Yankees. And I respect talent. I kind of want to invest in them. That's the only reason I'm not doing it. The line's wide with how their lineup's performing relative to ours. I mean, we're not going to hit for average this entire season. Our lineup stinks. Can Harper help us out? I think Bryce Harper can help us out. I like Bryce Harper now. I think he's a very good situational hitter now. He used to be garbage, and now the improvement that guy makes, like season to season. Apparently, it was the same thing in high school. Apparently, he stunk when he was like 15, 16, and then Bryce Harper became Bryce Harper like one summer. And it seems like he makes a lot of jumps like that. Maybe it's just the way his brain works. He's an all-at-once kind of guy. Red Sox line is too wide. Maybe. That game, you know what that game is very reminiscent to me of? Is the Cubs Pirates game. I think the Cubs lineup will adjust to seeing Quintana a second time better than the Pirates will against Smiley. And then for the Red Sox-Rays matchup, I was kind of thinking about it because at first I was like, oh, the Rays had Waka. Their program knows guys so well. They had him last year. They should be able to hit Waka. So you'd think some adjustments could be made there. And then Kluber on the other side, like, I just kind of feel like the Red Sox are going to hit him. So I have a problem with both of them. Dude, Corey Kluber, I mean, I watched him last year. It wasn't the game. He's kind of, although if there's a team that can revive him, it's the Rays. Damn it, they're so good organizationally. It kills me. Hey, getting trippy. Why do you like Bulls? Let's talk about that really quick. I don't mind jumping around too much today because my baseball is so bad. I've been looking at everything. Cubs should have won yesterday. Yes, they should have won yesterday. Bulls money line. Why though with Middleton? I don't really like Chris Middleton that much. Just to be completely honest, I've never been a huge Chris Middleton game. I don't like guys that rely on a lot of like mid-range ISO, even if you're relatively efficient at it. I've never liked his shot selection. I guess he is pretty good at making shots at the end of games. Grayson Allen needs to play a halfway decent game. I've been waiting for it. He needs to play a halfway decent game. 17R Bulls spread is the bet of the day. I just think we're relying on so much efficiency out of like, oh my God. We're relying on so much efficiency out of DeMar DeRozan. We're starting Alex Caruso in a playoff game. Are we talking? Dude, if Jrue Holiday plays well, they're going to mop the floor with the Bulls. I'm being so nice. It should be a statement game, maybe. I think it's more likely you see a statement game like out of the Pelicans than the Bulls. Personally, I think it's more likely to see that. Grayson needs to play rugby. I know. Grayson, I have a long history with Grayson. I'm a Duke guy, so I don't know what to say. Jake, I got them at -1.5. It's going to smack. You got what at -1.5? The Bulls? Aren't the Bulls dogs? If the Bucks were at +1.5, I'd be slamming the Bucks. Am I taking the Bucks spread? I don't know what I'm going to do with the Bucks yet. The Bucks can play better defense. I know that for sure. And I know like they need such good games out of Vucevic and DeRozan, in my opinion. And I just think the Bucks have like that organizational winning factor now. Like whatever you see, like the Warriors at the end of games, just getting jobs done when it's close. The Bucks have a little bit of that now. Granted, it's way different because the Warriors have those guards, and that's why it is the way it is. By the way, the Warriors +900 I have is lovely. Watching now, I mean, who the fuck's going to beat them? They don't even play good basketball anymore. They just have too much guard play for everyone else. Who's going to beat the Warriors? Let's be honest. Shut down Giannis. Bucks #2 guy Middleton out. I think Bulls and defense smells blood and water. DeRozan didn't take 1 3-pointer and put up like 40 on Bucks D. Bucks, he had a great game that game in his mid-range game. He has a really good mid-range game. Bucks just have plan A, no plan B. I don't know about that. I just don't believe that. I actually think the Bucks are a decent enough team. They are the shittiest team to ever win a championship, but I think they're better than you're giving them credit for. Jrue Holiday is amazing, dude. Are you forgetting about Jrue Holiday? He's like one of the best point guards in basketball. It's really disrespectful paragraph you wrote there, and I love you, Dustin. But where's the respect? Are you taking the Bucks spread? I'm going to end up on the Bucks in some way, shape, or form. Jazz are a dumpster fire. They feel like it. It seems like the Mavs are the better team in that series. Although if Jalen Brunson has like an off game, I feel like they get beat by 40. But Tyler B, how are you, my brother? What about Phoenix? No Booker. See, I kind of was thinking like similar angle, right? But the thing is, Devin Booker's really fucking important. And the other thing is, I don't like Chris Paul, and I think he's a weenie. So I'd rather see them lose and get to see a guy like Brandon Ingram get some shine or something. So I actually feel like a semi dog in the fight there. And I just don't think without Booker, like Chris Paul is a weenie. He's a weenie. Their second unit is really what the special part about that team is. They're almost like a Warriors of long loss, but have a weenie leading them instead of Steph, so they're never going to win anything. Miami Heat spread is the lock, best defense in the NBA. I'm not sure, Tyler Jansen. I think the Hawks are spunky enough. I saw Collins is playing, right? Because you're not allowed to take the Hawks without John Collins. That's why, I think you can take the Suns if you want to. The only person I think needs to be on the court is Jay Crowder. Other than Jay Crowder, whoever's missing. Aiden's pretty important too. Wait, let me see the Hawks. I didn't watch that last game because I was just like I wrote somewhere the Heat are just going to run them over, and then I just was like, whatever. There's no point in watching because obviously they did run them over. It was like halfway through, they were just beating the shit out of them. I was like, what's the point of this? Hold on, let's see. If John Collins is playing, no, I don't think it's a lock. Tyler Jansen, I'm sorry, but I don't think the Heat are that good. I think the Heat are pretty damn average. BI and CJ have a fantastic shot to upset. Yeah, I'm also a CJ guy. I went to college with CJ McCollum. He's a grade younger than me. He was friends with all the younger kids in my frat were friends with him, so he was over our house. I can't not be on his side. BI is the best player in that series since Booker is out. I like that take, Dustin Harris. I like that take. Let's see. Holy shit, we got a lot here. Cam Johnson over 20 points. I like that. Sixers will win it all. No, they won't. I think they can get to the finals now, though. It's pretty weak. Easy ride through the East. They get the Heat next. I mean, if you're them, who would you ask for besides the Heat? So definitely, I think the Sixers have a better chance of getting there and then losing in the finals. Every time Giannis is set up for a statement game, he never seems to make it, or a statement. Is that just me? He just affects the game in a different way. Being a pure scoring, if you just want to see a number of points, then I think he probably will disappoint a lot. I really like Giannis. I don't like his end of game offense because I don't think 1 of 2 from the line most times is super efficient in the NBA, but I do like Giannis. I'm a big Giannis guy now. Colin Gillespie reminds me so much of Brunson, the post scoring and smarts, except Brunson's 16 times better. But I agree. I mean, they're Villanova guards. He's just 40 times better. Just like Brunson's got to give you some shade somewhere of a Randy Foye or someone, right? It's like Jay Wright. Did Jay Wright really retire, by the way? I got a thing of that he retired, and I don't know whether it's true or not. I saw a tweet of that, and I didn't go far enough in. I just realized. Did Jay Wright fucking retire? Sixers looking great. Maxey is a monster. Agreed. And Embiid can't be stopped. Only he can stop himself. And I think just, health stops Embiid. He's had back problems since he was 17 years old. The guy's never probably run a mile in his life. That's why he always breaks down at the end of the playoffs, because he doesn't have the cardio. It doesn't have the body. He's had back problems. If you remember at Kansas, he literally had back problems so bad. He didn't even play. Did he even play? I don't even think he played at Kansas because his back problems were so bad. Okay. Thank you for the Chris Paul hate. I agree. Yeah, hate is not good. I don't think so either. I'm not trying to be mean. I know who Chris Paul is, though, at this point. I've watched him for 20 years. Jay Wright did retire. That is so damn depressing. If Suns get knocked out, Booker deserves MVP. Just Chris Paul deserves a retirement sticker. Jay Crowder, bro. What about Jay Crowder? Getting trippy. What about Jay Crowder? Jay Crowder is like a Draymond, not like Draymond Green. They don't do the same things, but he unlocks lineups like Draymond Green. Do you notice how Jay Crowder's in the playoffs every single year, a deep run into the playoffs every single season? You see Jay Crowder deep in the playoffs. It's because he unlocks something with a team, even though there's those nights where he shoots absolutely terribly from 3 and you're like, dude, what are you doing? You have to stop it right now. Jay Crowder, he's like a conundrum. So many people on the naked eye, you're like, Jay Crowder's not good. I swear, if you watch enough basketball, Jay Crowder is a very, very good player. That's why teams always are racing to get him in the offseason. I don't know why they give him up so easy. Maybe they can't understand it, and the frustrating things are frustrating. Jay Crowder is he's a very, very good basketball player. Very, very good basketball player. Hawks haven't had any fight in them. I can see him. You got to have one, though. I think they have one in them. John Collins played last game. John Collins it's John Collins for the Hawks. I've said it a million times. Jay Crowder for the Suns. Obviously, Draymond for the Warriors. Matisse Thybulle for the Sixers. These are the essence of what the best part of the team. You have to have them. Warriors all the way. Yeah, my plus 900. I'm so pleased with the plus 900. Jay Crowder is not the most important players on the Suns. He just is. Like Kanto, I don't know what he is. He is. I don't know how else he is. Trust the process. Crowder is a 3-and-D energy guy, makes any team better, but he unlocks because he can guard so many different positions. He stretches the floor and unlocks so many different positions, and his toughness and stuff it's so unique. People just don't give him credit for it and never will. That's fine. I used to think Jay Crowder was awful. I used to curse the TV at Jay Crowder, and then I watched enough, and I was like, oh my God, I was absolutely wrong. It is the complete opposite. He's awesome. No answer for Butler for the Hawks, but the Hawks would measure up well with most other teams. Yeah, I guess that is a big problem, huh? Yeah, you've just been going Hambo. I hate Jimmy Butler. Well, the Heat aren't going to do anything because they have Jimmy Butler on their team. Rockies money line, night cover. Rockies money line plus 125. I don't dislike that. Senzatella's been pitching really well. I could see him having some success against the Tigers lineup, right? I just like the Tigers. You assume the Rockies can hit Skubal. Skubal does have a tough time with teams that hit lefties well. He doesn't have as many answers as you'd like him to have for a young pitcher you're really high on. But I really like Skubal. Like just Skubal versus Senzatella, there's a pretty wide spread between the two. Tigers have been playing well, yes. Rockies have barely been on the road. I would definitely be on Rockies or nothing. I agree with you there. I'd much rather be on Rockies. Maybe, you know what? We'll put them on the lean side. I might end up taking a little piece of that. We'll go through the board in a second. I know that the plus 800 I put out on Bellator the other day got fucking wrecked. Jordan Lugo is winning. This kid is so special. My special radar is always on. That's my thing. This kid's fucking winning. I agree. Rocky should be on the leans list. Night Gobber, nice work. I was thinking the same thing. Nothing. Rob Padson, maybe. A lot of times I think I know a lot of things. A lot of times I think I know nothing. So you're quite possibly right, Rob Padson. Quite possibly right. Jay Crowder hits 1-3. We win by 15. The games when Jay Crowder's on from 3, it's over for the other team. That's like there is no win condition on the other side. I cannot believe Jay Wright retired. That's so fucking depressing. Wow, that's so rough. That kills me. Golden State versus Philadelphia. I can see that, Rob Padson. Now that take I can see, and I think Golden State would beat them. I think it's just Golden State. It's just too much guard play. There's too much guard play for every other team. Even if it's not the same basketball. This is not the same basketball that the Warriors won on before. Like with Poole and a lot of the other things these guys do. It's just they don't zip the ball around the same to me. But they're just way more skilled than everybody else. So it just ends the same way, I think. I need them winners. Dano Seasoning, how are you, my brother? I need some winners too. We're going to go on. We're due for a heater. A heater's coming. It has to. I'm down like 12 units in baseball. It's my fucking thing. I have some pride in my baseball. We'll see. Time. Jay Crowder, Celtics legend. Jay Crowder is a legend. Can you flip bees? Oh, my God. I haven't done it in a while, so my bad, dude. Yeah, I can. No, I don't want to click a heart. Mirror your video. Yeah. And move the Fook out of the way, too, for a second. Sorry, Carson. My bad, dude. Crowder does the things other guys won't. He does the thing most stars won't. I agree with that statement, Tyler. Sixers won't make the finals. I can see them. I can see the Celtics losing. There's no way. I gave out that free bet to everybody, a free future with me on the freaking East. The East ain't beating the West this year. It's not fucking happening. It's not happening. I got Lugo plus 325. You're sick, Marty. You're sick. You got plus 325. I'm going to add more if it gets better around here. I have a significant chunk at plus 325. Hold on a second, yo. I need my vape. I don't have any nicotine. Gone too long without nicotine. All right. Detroit at home with that one guy going for 3,000 hits might give Tigers some momentum. Ooh, lover to Trish, the Mickey Cabrera angle. I like that angle. Athletics money line. Brian Knowles, I like where your head's at, kid. Because I was thinking, like, when's the last time you saw the Rangers as a road favorite like that? It's like seeing the D-backs as a road favorite or something. You like double glance. I just don't know enough about the starting pitching matchup, unfortunately. I don't know who the fuck Glenn Otto is, and I didn't get to watch Euler the other day. Oh, I did watch some of him. He kind of stinks. Yeah, it's tough. I just don't have enough information there. I have to watch some of that game. I'm going to be out at dinner, and I literally have a note. I have an alarm set off in my pocket to watch at least a few innings of that game under my chair at dinner. I'm going to lock the fuck back into baseball. I fucking tell you. White Sox money line, come on. The White Sox aren't playing. Are you just you're fucking against the Twins. I don't know. I was thinking the Twins. I really like Bailey O'Bear. I'm a big Bailey O'Bear guy, minors. I think, are they comparable lineups? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking, it's not the worst. O'Bear versus Kopech. Kopech impressed me last time out after. I was impressed by Michael Kopech. 2 good starts, 2 short starts. What does the bullpen look like? No Foster. So all right. I mean, the important arms will be there. Huh. Who got injured? The closer got injured. I don't know why I'm blanking on what the hell his name is, but whoever the closer is for the White Sox got injured, huh? Bella Scott, yeah, dude. I've been all over the place. I was just traveling for a week. And then my lives got banned. There's been a bunch of stuff, but some changes are coming. We have some there's gonna be some changes coming soon that'll be kind of cool. Be a bigger audience. We'll have to figure out how to do chat a lot better because I'm so far behind chat right now. Give your fellow gambler an NBA pick. The Bucks. I'm going to be on the Bucks in some way, shape, or form. If I had to take something tonight, that would be at the Grizz tomorrow. Danos, the Grizz tomorrow. If you watched the game last night and you're not taking the Grizz tomorrow, I mean, that line has to get bet up. There's no fucking way. It's still going to be a -3. I mean, I took a bunch of money line earlier, and I just don't see how they lose that game. You want to hear a hot take? Fucking nobody is with me on this. Somebody please tell me. I know it's exaggerated right now because Ja looks like shit. Ja Morant's playing like shit. Let's all just be honest. Let's just fucking, he's tries to do way too much. His ISO's garbage. It's never going to be uber efficient, but a lot of the little things he normally does, he's not doing as much. I feel like he's playing like shit. The Grizz offense is much better run by Tyus Jones and Ja Morant. Even when they're both completely healthy. Just looks a lot. I mean, right now you're like, yeah, 1,000%. But I'm saying even when healthy. Nobody is with me on that take. I don't know how, but I'm pretty firm in that take. Like I'm very I've been telling a bunch of people that lately, and everybody looks at me like I have 6 heads. I'm like, dude, you watch it? Like, just watch the fucking games. You want to lock parlay? I don't know. Do I want a brave unicorn? I don't know. Do I want a refreshing cheeseburger? I guess cheeseburgers can be refreshing. I loaded up on Warriors to win it all. Smart man, Dana. Smart man. How far was the drive to Texas? 17 hours. I couldn't believe the A's lost that game to the Orioles the other day. Oh, I haven't had a great variance either. It's just been a little bit of a weenie time right now. Well, everything will come around. The end of basketball season was pretty fucking ridiculous. So we should have some piggy in the bank. Joe Ryan might be the real deal. Joe Ryan needs to firm up these other pitches, but he's got some pretty electric shit. I agree. There's a bunch of these guys in the Twins farm system that they've identified that just throw fucking gash with movement. But like him, the Duran guy in the bullpen is fucking sexy. They've got a couple of Alcala in the bullpen. They've got a couple guys in the bullpen, and then like Ryan in the starting pitching staff. You start to see why people buy in or have been buying into the Twins a bit and had them as like a little sleeper team. You get it a little bit. Cardinals money line easy lock, bro. I do have them on the lean. I don't know if it's an easy lock because Hunter Green's a question mark to me, Trevor. I had them as definitely in play, and I moved them down into the leans and didn't really take a piece yet just because that kid, I feel like he can do a reasonable enough job against the Cardinals lineup. Doesn't that kid throw like fucking 100? I think he cranks it down a little bit to start now, but he's had 2 good starts. He's got some pretty electric shit. I don't know. If he just ate up the Cardinals lineup, it wouldn't kill me. The Reds suck, though. They're garbage. I took them the other day and was watching. I was just like, Jesus, they stink. If you can stop bullying people, your channel will get big. I know, bro. Baltimore Angels under 8.5 is my lean. Tyler B, I like where you're thinking. Hold on a second. But I like what you're thinking there because I don't know. See, here's the weird part, right? I've been getting a bunch of Angels games wrong because I am still banked on the premise that they suck versus left-handed pitching, their lineup. But there's been so many pieces that have switched out over the last like season and change that I feel like that angle is waning, and like just taking like lefties at a really high clip versus the Angels isn't profitable anymore. Are they going to hit Zimmerman a little bit? At first, I went from they're not going to hit him at all to like, oh, they might hit him a bit. And then with the bullpen too, it's one of those games where I feel like Baltimore is going to be up like 3-0, 4-0, and lose the game in like a late collapse in the bullpen where you're like, damn, the under was the right side, Baltimore was the right side, and we lost them both. I feel like I've taken this game like 4 or 5 times in my life already. That's what I had, like deja vu taking this game. I was like, you just fucking don't do it. So I actually lean Angels because I feel like I have deja vu and I have to trust my gut a little bit more. Like I feel like I've seen this Phillies game, and I feel like we win 6-3 like a lot of the time or something, like 6-2. I feel like we win comfortably. I feel like the Phillies win this fucking game very high percentage of the time. This is my favorite baseball play so far in the season. I think on the young season. I just put 500 on Lugo. You know, bro, I love it. I have an iteration as well. I have an iteration of that. Yeah, I think the fucking kid's gonna win. You got to be wrong sometimes. You got to be wrong. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're wrong. Bellator is like, we got Stotts as a plus. He's insane. I want to take the other side now in Archuleta. I have him on the board. Stotts went from being plus 450 versus the Magomedov guy. Now he's fucking minus 240 against the former champ who's also a wrestler. What are we doing? What are we doing? I feel like we almost have to put some of the Stotts money on the other side. I agree. Yeah, Morant is so iso ball. Agree with the Morant take. Okay, yes. You're a Duke stan, so that's why you think that. That's true. They play better basketball without Ja, but if he takes over, he's a difference maker. That's a good way to put it, L. Scott. I like the way you put it. Joe Ryan will be a star soon. I can see that. Joe Ryan destroyed my Red Sox. Yeah, he's got some pretty filthy shit. I never play Nerfies, but I kind of like the spot in Cardinals red. Hunter Green first home start can go either way. I feel like there's a little bit of guessing in there, Marlene. I just don't want the extra variables. Just seems like an extra variable for me. But I can see him. Oh, you're saying maybe he'll just gas it up a little bit. That could hurt him later in the game. But he just like to have that first home start, he like ticks it up a little bit. That's an angle. Guardians, I can see it. BTB Dodgers. I can definitely see taking the Indians today. I was trying to find my way on some of the road dogs because, like, the Red Sox looked a little sexy for a bit. The Orioles looked sexy and then swung all the way the other way for me. The Indians lineup is much better than I thought it was. Damn, Dylan, Tate, and Jorge Lopez have blown it again. Exactly, Marty Lane. That's what I feel like we're going to be saying at the end of tonight. So I'm just gonna keep it lighter instead of pushing things, instead of pushing. I do like the leans though. The leans aren't bad. I just don't think there's really any value on the Angels. It's just like what I think is gonna happen. I don't feel like putting that in. But I think the Cubs have a good angle. I really like the Phillies. Lindy Dogs. I really like the Phillies, and I like Cornell Lugo. Would be my two favorite. I think they're both good investments today. Very good investments. Regardless of how it goes, they both feel like really, really sound investments to me. So yeah, I want to play the damn Bucks in some way, shape, or form too. I just don't want to lay this price. But I think people overrate how good Chris Middleton is. Chris Middleton's not that good. Need an NBA lock around minus 200. Why? Why so specific? I mean, I guess if you need it, I mean, I don't know why it has to be around minus 200. I would just take the Bucks. I like the Bucks better than I like the Heat or because I don't know, the Heat Hawks game is basically a coin flip to me. So like, if you want a little bit of value on the other side of it, I feel like that's not what you want. You want somebody that's going to win. I would take the Bucks. I like them better than the Suns. I can see either one winning, but I can see the Bucks winning a lot more. I can see the Suns completely collapsing in this series. And they're significantly better. But who's going to really punish CJ that much now? There's nobody whose athleticism is really going to kill him. Makes him a lot more palatable out on the court. I just think the Bucks have that like winning stink to them now. Like they just have that little thing. I think the Suns need to get rid of Chris Paul. They need to move on. I don't know how much Red Sox you'll take this year, but anytime you take them, make sure Whitlock can pitch. Whitlock is filthy, Marty Lane. I'm a big fan of Whitlock. I agree. He never pitches back-to-backs. Ooh. Oh, yeah, because they pitch him for so long. They kind of leave the door open for how long he can pitch, too. Cards, avocado. I don't hate that. User fun guy. I don't hate that, bro. I don't hate that at all. It does kind of feel a little disrespectful to Steven Matz, no? My man, what do you think about Ben Simmons coming back for game 4? I feel like it can hurt their chance. If Ben Simmons comes back for a game, I will auto bet the other side. I don't care what it is. I'll just auto bet the other side. I'd rather be on the Celtics as is in that series, just current form and what's going on. If you put Ben Simmons back in the fold, I will auto bet the other side. Auto bet the other side. Just like you take a Paul George out of there. I almost auto bet the other side. It's just market-wise, people think these guys are net positives and they're net negatives. It's just like, it just boggles my fucking mind. Like when people say like the Heat are going to win a championship because of Jimmy Butler. I'm like it's just like that kind of statement to me. I'm like, it doesn't mean it. You said like I want to go eat a cheese sandwich because I don't like dairy. Parlay bonus, so around minus 200. Oh, I don't, dude, I don't know. Can you take them? Can you take an alternate spread that gives them like, whatever? What teams have you surprised you so far this year in baseball, Carson? I think the Rockies, although we kind of thought they'd be sexy in our season preview. I said I thought the Rockies would be a little sleeper. I moved them up into like the low 20s instead of having them too low, so not too much. The Twins' talent surprised me. I actually think they have like a little something to build around moving forward. It surprises me how bad we suck. The Yankees. I'm surprised the Marlins aren't playing better. It's just a slow start. The Marlins and the Mariners, if you would have told me both of them wouldn't play good to start the year, that surprises me. The Cubs kind of surprised me. There's a lot of these hype teams that I thought were going to be complete noodles, and they're not. The Oakland A's surprised me for sure. They're playing gritty. They're gritty enough. That's why I don't mind whoever said to take them tonight at plus money at home against with two just schlops out there. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Rockies, Cubs, and Rays offense being trash are my surprises. Hey, look at us. Similar surprises, Carson. Rays offense being trash. You can't get rid of Austin Meadows for nothing and then have it look like this. As a team that's usually on the good end of those kind of things, like they grabbed Austin Meadows and Glasnow for fucking Chris Archer, and then they turn around and screw it up on the other side. That can't happen. Austin Meadows can't leave your organization. He ain't going to be leaving the Tigers organization anytime soon. I'll tell you that. They're not going to give him up. I look forward to watching the Celtics. I got to read that. Hold on. I look forward to watching the Celtics be able to sag off Simmons on D. Yeah, I mean, he's just what are we going to do with him? How do we feel about the Celtics on the road? Yeah, I can see that. I'd rather it's Celtics money line or nothing for me in that game for sure. I don't want to be on the Nets at all. If I was going to be on the Nets, it would have been last game. And if they couldn't get last game, this team is broken. It's not the thing. KD has really backed himself into a fucking corner, hasn't he? Hawks money line, I can see it. The Jordan Doan, I could definitely see it. I think they get one. They have John Collins. I don't think the Heat are very good. Could definitely see the Hawks getting this game. You think Bobby Portis can get one assist? I do. Is he going to play more? Probably not. It doesn't really change his playing time. Can you go bigger? Not really. So yeah, maybe. I mean, I think he can. Why is that minus 200? Vandra? Is that minus 200? Yeah, plus 140 is disrespectful. I kind of agree on the Celtics. If you're getting up to plus 140 and we're looking at like they win this game 40% of the game, 40% of the time kind of thing, it's like, no, they don't. It's like a fucking coin flip. So let's not get crazy. So I agree. If you're getting in the plus 140 range, that is seeming a little disrespectful. Justin Verlander over 6.5 strikeouts against this Blue Jays lineup. Do they strike out a lot? They don't strike me as a team because Vlad doesn't strike out too much for. Do they strike out a lot? M. Stasikowski, thank you, brother. How are you, my brother? Rain and cold for Cubs, Pirates, and Tigers, Rockies games. High winds in Chi-Town, in or out, not sure. What do I use for that, for weather? I don't have it open. There's some, it's not Roto weather, is it? Roto Grinders. Yeah, Roto Grinders is great. What did they say? Yeah, it is going to be rainy in Detroit. And then it's going to be rainy and the wind blowing in Pittsburgh, in Chicago. Does it help Quintana a little bit? Mildly annoying. Let's see. Drew Smiley fan graphs. Let me keep going down. NBA is rigged for who? Is rigged for viewership. No way this Celtics series doesn't go 7. Huh. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, though. Like, they were trying to make the Nuggets win that game last night, and there was just nothing they could do about it. So, wow, Drew Smiley's been giving up a lot of fly balls recently. That's super helpful for him. Wow, lots of fly balls from. I'm just looking on people that I feel like most people know, if you're in here, know how to look this shit up. But I'm literally just looking on Fangraphs and going for. Hold on, can I flip this? Enhance, flip camera. I'm literally just going on Fangraphs and looking at fly ball percentage, like or ground ball to fly ball ratio. So it probably helped them both. Yeah, Quintana has always been a fly ball guy. That's what I thought. A lot of corners, a lot of soft contact. Quintana used to be good. Remember that? So, yeah, I think it helps both guys. If you were looking at the under, I think that leans that way. Otherwise, handicap-wise, I think it helps both people. Thoughts on Jazz down 2-1 to Mavs without Luka? I think Jalen Brunson's playing on a fucking crazy high level. I think this Jazz experiment is over. I don't know. I don't think the Mavs are I think the Mavs probably played their 2 best games of the series. So let's see what happens. I was itching to take the Mavs in game 3, and then I saw it's like plus 4.5, plus 5. I'm like, fuck. Jalen Brunson doesn't have a good game. We might not even cover the spread there if he's not still playing absolutely insane. I got some warning: consuming substances featured in this live video could harm your health. What substances? Is it my vape? All right, let me get one more puff and I'll put it away. Jesus Christ. Yo, give me a break, TikTok. At one point, just give me a break. Come on. Oh, the troll. Is the troll in here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. Swish Analytics for weather. What is Swish Analytics? Is that good? I've never seen Swish Analytics. Crazy name for an MLB weather. It's like I would never think to go to Swish Analytics. I would have rebranded or something. Ooh, that's a nice little. Oh, gives you hourly too. I like that. That's nice. Thank you, M. Siskowski. That's a great name. Every time I say your name, bro, I still fucking all I picture is that little blue thing from Monsters Inc. Like, ah! Or the eye or whatever it is, the short one with just the little stick figure things in the head. That's what I picture. I was upset that Indians game with Bam Bieber got canceled when the weather in Cleveland wasn't that bad. And then I forgot to take it the next day when they turned around after wrecking it 2 days in a row. And then they finally played the game the third day and I forgot to wreck it and they won like 10-0. Yeah, or we're up, we're at 10-0 in like the second. I didn't see how the game turned out, but mildly annoying because the line was too high. Yeah, just mildly. Two lefties pitching in Chi-Town with that wind blowing, it could be a great under. Two lefties. I thought it was Senzatella. Senzatella's not a lefty. He's a righty. Do you think the Detroit versus Colorado line is right? I think it should probably be like minus 120, minus 125 Detroit. I still would keep Detroit as a favorite. Skubal is like a decisively better pitcher than Senzatella. But I wonder if Senzatella can pitch well here. I don't know. I just feel like I know what Senzatella is, and he's such like a fifth starter. And then him against Skubal, like even though the Rockies hit lefties well, Comerica's a big park. Got to adjust to that big park. I don't know, man. It's tough for me. I think the line, I think Colorado has a little bit of value, but I don't really want to take it. Thoughts on Nationals Nerfy? Let me try and answer these Nerfy questions. See how I do on answering them. What the fuck are these lines juiced at? Nationals Nerfy against Sam Long? I want to say yes, but no. I think like matchup wise, you would think because like the Giants, I think the Giants are like last in fucking baseball against lefties, which we pegged their lineup is more susceptible against lefties. So that's mildly annoying. I still think they're gonna win this game. The line's fucking wrong, but I think they're gonna win this game. So I don't know. I can see some runs being scored in that. I don't know. It's so hard. How do people get so fucking stoked on Nerfies? Kihana, what's up with Jordan Lugo? He's fighting a guy named Danny Sabatello. Now, Sabatello, ATT product, grappler, chain wrestler. Let's think. Try to think of a really good comp. Like Ronnie Lawrence isn't the worst comp, except Ronnie Lawrence is smart. And this guy seems like he does a lot of chucking overhand, shooting from too far out if he like gets flustered. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's that smart. I think he's like concerned with his character. I think he thinks he's super tough, whatever. But he's like a chain wrestler, grappler guy, and he's good. He won on Dana White's Contender Series. It's like a big favorite, but he just humped the guy the whole time. So Dana was like, that was a boring fight. Didn't want him. But the guy's good. He beat Brett Johns, the former UFC guy, on 5 days' notice and dominated him on 5 days' notice. I mean, so that says something. Let's not pretend like the guy's not good. I'd have a fucking 10 pancakes up there if I thought the guy was actually a bum, because I think Jordan Lugo is special. I think he's special. I somehow have watched, I think it's like a fucking, I think I'm supposed to win money on this guy. Like I've watched him fight in every like Bellator fight he's had. I don't know why. I just happen to watch every one of those Bellator cards. This kid is like special to me. I think he can do everything. He's good at absolutely everything. Really high fight IQ, really good person. Like I know like he cares about people. It's like a good person. I just think the only thing that I don't like is that at weigh-ins, he said, he pointed to the camera and was like, I got God on my side. And I don't like people that think God's in the octagon with them. God's not in there with you. It's just you two. unfortunately. What do you look at most on Baseball Savant? I use it, but sometimes can be info overload. Yeah, same. I look at like the pitcher comp stuff, and then I basically look at like heat maps for the matchups and just like who they think's going to hit well and who they think's going to pitch well and whether I agree. I'm just using it for like confirmation more than anything because you generally understand like matchup wise, like who, like you want if you're going to Houston, you want a guy that like is going to do some more fly balls and like just be a little craftier than a guy that just has every tool in the book because like the Houston hitters can always hit that. There's just certain matchups and it's like, do they agree? Especially with like some young guys, stuff like that. Like what matchup was I really interested in today? I was interested also in like Quintana versus Smiley. I looked at and it confirmed that I like Smiley a bunch. I was like, okay, that's cool. That makes me feel good about that. Jazz won't make the playoffs next year. They need to blow the whole thing up. They have to blow the whole thing up. Thoughts on dead ball in MLB this year? I don't know. Maybe contract-wise, they don't want to get out of control with inflation on the other. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. They're messing with the game so much. That's one reason I really want to get really, really big into MMA is because they're fucking with a lot of other sports a lot. You can't fuck with MMA. We're in a cage and we're punching. Thoughts on Dodgers versus Padres? I was thinking the under when I first looked at it. I like Nick Martinez. I don't know whether Nick Martinez can do this, though. I want him to have success, but I don't know if he can do this. I don't like Julio Urias. It's a tough matchup for me sidewise. Because I like Nick Martinez. If he really retooled and his fastball is playing that well, I like him. But against a better lineup, like maybe San Fran's lineup has just kind of sucked to begin the season. And against a good lineup like last time out, he gets touched up. Urias. I hate Jose. You'll never see me fucking bet on Julio Urias. Rarely, if ever, will I bet on Julio Urias. I think he stinks. And I think the market thinks he's awesome. And it has always, if you just I guarantee if you blindly faded Julio Urias every game, you're up an absurd amount of money because the market just respects the shit out of him. He's not good. I just don't bet on Julio Urias. Two lefties with Smiley and Quintana. I think both teams have hit lefties well too. Nats are sneaky, man. That's what everybody I feel like is going to say all season. We'll be sitting there when the Nats are like fucking 62 and 90, and we'll like the last 10 games of the season, we'll be like, dude, the Nats are sneaky. They like grab this one. No, they are sneaky. I agree. They do have some good young players and stuff. I can see it happening. Ballpark pal, what is that? Has actual versus expected homers minus 37.5%. Holy shit. Maybe we do have a dead ball. I mean, I can see it. The MLB came out last year and said we were juicing balls. So if they do the reverse, you're going to be like, no. Thinking under in Cubs Pirates with wind, rain, lefties. The only thing about that is if you get yourself caught in a bullpen game where it's just like an extended game, that would suck. That would really suck. But I don't dislike the under there in general. I agree. I don't dislike the under there at all. I can see them both having success, but I think Smiley has some more success. I think Smiley is going to pitch well. I'm pretty confident in that side of it. It's the Quintana side on the under that would scare me. I already made a bet on Ligo. Under's hitting 61%. I knew unders were hitting at a high clip this year. I knew that. Yeah, I am. Dude, how about anybody else on Amanda Lemos tomorrow? And I think tomorrow, Grizz. Got to be on the Grizz. If you're not on the Grizz tomorrow, I don't know. I just like, I want to be your friend, but I just might not be able to that much. Might resent you a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't see how the Grizz lose that series. I just don't see how they lose any more games. Like, it's just over. The last game, that was it. That was the series. It's over now. I think Lemos is going to knock the fuck out Andrade. And I think if she doesn't, I think there's other paths to victory for her. But I think she's going to put Andrade to schlep and slide. To sleep. I think Puelas is a good look, and I have to take Archuleta. The market's wrong there. I just know the market's wrong. I absolutely know. Like 100% fact. It's just how can you overcorrect 700 points against a former champ when before you were just fighting some Magomed. And now you're fighting the former champion. It swung 700 points. Is this guy have fucking AIDS? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense unless he contracted like a fucking, life-threatening disease since the last time he fought. There's no reason for this. It's not like the worst stylistic player on the matchup. It's not. The other guy is better striking. The Archuleta guy is a wrestling background with better striking. It just like doesn't even make any sense. I feel like a lot of people are on Stotts. I'd like to see him win. He made us so much money on that plus 450. I mean, I like the guy. I'm just saying it doesn't seem right. We'll see what happens. But I know Lugo is the right side in that. I fucking know it. I swear, if I just get grapple fucked, I just get grapple fucked. Whatever. I'm getting back in shape. Been running fucking twice a day, dude. I'm starting. I don't know if I heard a lot of people get injured in jiu-jitsu, by the way. I heard there's a lot of people that don't know what the fuck to do and tearing at all your limbs because I really want to start jiu-jitsu, but I'm not tearing my ACL fucking rolling around on the mat at 32 years old. Rolling around the mat with a bunch of kids at 32 years old. It's not fucking happening. Just realizing now the Reds have the worst start to a season schedule. Yeah, the Reds are pretty bad, dude. I'm new to MMA betting. Is that in the Bellator card? Yeah, it starts tonight in like 4 hours. The prelims are on YouTube, and then the finals are on, or not finals. The main card is on Showtime. Quijano, just so if you're new to MMA betting, I was in the same boat. I've been doing it like a year now. I don't know, a little more than a year. Relative to other sports I've been doing for literally fucking 15, 20 years. Since I was a little kid. So MMA is completely new to me. I saw The Ultimate Fighter when I was a kid and shit, didn't get hooked then. But dude, if you track market analytics on MMA, you can't help but get interested and you can't help but want to fucking put a bunch of time into the market because it's so inefficient. Like I've told people on this before, but you can fucking blindly over the last, this stuff. I'm not going to make a post about anything. It's if you're in my lives, you can get shit like this. But if you blindly bet every single favorite that loses to line movement over the last like 3 years, you'd be up like 50 fucking units rolling in money. Just everybody, this underdog sexy this week. You all have no idea what the fuck you're doing. It's such an inefficient market. Just blindly bet favorites that lose to line movement over the last like 2+ years in the UFC, and you're rolling in money. That's how inefficient this market is. That's how fucking wildly inefficient this market is. It's just so new. It's so immature. There's so much volume coming in. It's a gold mine. It's a fucking gold mine. So that's why, like, I'm not great at it yet, but I will be. And I love it. Like, I want to manage a fighter someday. So I love spending a ton of time on it personally. But I think it's still so inefficient. It's gonna be, like, you look at NFL, like something that's had the most money for so long. The NFL is such an efficient market relative to other sports betting markets. Relative to a lot of other markets, it's still wildly inefficient. But relative to other sports markets, that's why I don't spend much time on NFL. Plus, they did that in the Super Bowl, and now I'm not a fan of NFL anymore. And the Cowboys make it easy. But if you see that, like how long it's going to take for the MMA market to catch up, there's so many MMA opportunities for like a while. I'm going to put so much time into making so much fucking money in that market. Like Tom Aspinall a couple weeks ago, and like pick him against Volkov. And we were screaming from the rafters about it for like a month and a half before, so everybody could load up at a dog price. We all got dog prices on Tom Aspinall. He wrecked him. That should have been a -600. And we got like plus 150 to start. We were talking about it for months before. You don't get that in other sports like that, where it's so confident, where you can just put tens of thousands of dollars on it because it's so confident. It's like, dude, look at it. Come on. We looked at this guy's eyes. It's a fist fight. Look at this man. It's just I would encourage you to put a lot of time in. At Braves, Padres, Dodgers. Shit, Carson, we were talking about something else. My bad, bro. Oh, the Reds? Yeah, that sucks. Why don't you think the Indians don't have value today at plus 160 with the Yankees not hitting? I kind of think the Indians do. I just don't want to bet against Jameson Taylor. I actually think it's a decent matchup for the way the Are the Indians? Do they have any familiarity with Talon? Although Taylor would need familiarity the other way to kind of be at his best. I think the Indians are hitting much better. I agree with you there, Stesikowski. I definitely agree with you there. Man, Juan Rosario Ramirez Reyes doesn't look as bad as it did like 2 weeks ago, huh? Crazy how things can change. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of value there. What is the lineup? Is the lineup out? What does it look like today for us? Are we just handicapping ourselves by doing something stupid? Oh, Straw's playing. That's better. See, I like Rosario in the 6. That's nice. And you put Naylor in the 5. We actually have kind of a 6. Bradley in the 7. You don't hate it. And then us on the other side, LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson. Hey, at least we don't have that stupid shit with Donaldson leading off anymore. I go to Texas, I come back, we don't have that stupid shit anymore. LeMahieu's back where he belongs. We have a pretty nice lineup too, huh? 1 through 6 is pretty damn good. I don't know. Talon, no Talon. Eli Morgan's actually not that bad. I bet on him a lot last year, and it's like a fine line for him. Like he's good until a certain point. But do they have the bullpen depth to make this just not completely fall apart? Is the thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to get there. I just can't quite get over the hump. I like Jameson Taylor personally. So favorites that get a shorter line. Yeah, like line moves against them. So let's say open minus 170, close minus 140, Marty. You can check like lines on best fight odds and stuff. I've been thinking of investing in UFC. I'm pretty damn confident that MMA in general, and especially a lot of these smaller cards that people don't pay as much attention to, like PFL, Bellator. Like we were getting remember earlier in the fucking PFL thing, we slammed Ray Cooper one day when that tournament was going on. He dominated Rory McDonald for the whole fucking time, and we got him as like a plus 160. It doesn't make any sense, a lot of the MMA stuff, because the books don't have enough time. They're not getting enough volume relative to other things, or it's like whatever. They're not getting burnt enough bat, whatever. They're not putting enough time in. It's just not sharp enough. For sure, Quijano. For sure, brother. Here to help. Guardians, what does that mean? Yeah, it's definitely the Indians. It's both. Maybe that's why I can't win a bet on that fucking team. Oh, no, we have. We've actually pegged them pretty well. It's the Indians. It's whoever you want them to be. I just don't like change. I'm afraid of change in life. I still say Oakland Raiders. Yes, it's like I still say San Diego Chargers. I don't like change. I still say Vancouver Grizzlies. No, but who is any other big Stromile Swift guys? Any big Stromile Swifters out there? A little Bryant Reeves, a little Big Country. I have a signed Bryant Country, Big Country Reeves ball upstairs, actually. Favorite play of the day is D-backs, Mets, Nerfy. Who's pitching out there? It's Peterson, Gallen. I don't hate that. I mean, D-backs can't hit for shit. I can see Gallen blanking the Mets, though. But the Mets are just so good. I actually think the Mets are really good. Lugo money been moving to even higher plus money. Lil Horman, yeah, it makes sense because everybody on these Bellator cards and shit just parlays a ton of shit together. I'm going to add. I left some room open to add because they just fucking just spam parlays. Just spam parlays. Gallen shut down the Mets last time out, and the D-backs lineup stinks. Gallen's good. Gallen is a good pitcher. If he gets healthy and everything, I'll be looking to back some of him. Yes, best in-game dunker, Swift. Yes, Tree. Yes. Yes, brother. Those are some fucking cool teams. I used to like them. They're great to play in because they had you would play as Abdur Rakim and Bryant Reeves in whatever that 2-on-2 NBA game was. Where was it? Where you like hit 3 in a row and then your baskets will go on fire? Oh, NBA shit. It wasn't called NBA Dunk. It was called NBA something for N64, but once you hit enough, it was like 2-on-2. And once you hit enough, you would fucking actually catch fire. NBA Jams, is that what it's called? Fucking love that game, bro. That game was electric. NBA Jam, yes, okay. That game was fucking electric. 2-on-2. Oh, I love that shit. But I used to like playing with the Grizzlies because you played as, I'm pretty sure, Abdur Rakim and Sharif and Bryant Reeves. How does a Nerfy ever qualify as a favorite? I don't know. Some people, I think if you have like, I don't have enough information on it. Like I need more like qualifying information to see, and then I can like almost like a template, and then I can put the different teams in. But I don't know what wins, and like I've never really studied it enough to see what the win condition of a Nerfy is, because like I doubt that there's a super high correlation between the team that scores first in baseball wins at like a really, really, really high clip where you can just be like, oh, I can take the Nerfy if I think the team's going to win at a reasonable. Like I just don't have enough qualifying information. I need more to know. Parlays all. I don't get it. Never will. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. A lot of people also, it's because a lot of times like people think that a line is indicative of the outcome. Like, I guess there's some correlation there, but to just like I don't know, it's tough for me. Like being like minus 220 means they're like probably going to win. Like, does it? I hope it's a super efficient market. Parlays actually make sense to me more in a super efficient market. Like if the market got a lot more efficient, weirdly, I would actually look to play them more, but it's not efficient enough to me. So like maybe I need a new route to profitability if it gets a lot more efficient. But I think it's just inefficient enough where like, you know, like I don't know why I didn't look at NBA yesterday, but I thought NBA yesterday was one of the best the opportunities on the slate yesterday, from like in terms of the Mavs, like the way the Jazz closed out. Like I actually kind of think the Jazz might respond tomorrow, but the way the Jazz finished that game the other night against the Mavericks and then fucking came out, like the Mavs yesterday were probably a pretty awesome bet. It's an insanely reasonable price for two good starting pitchers and one terrible lineup. Good Vibes Gaming. Oh, are you still talking about the Nerfy, or are you just talking about the game in general? The Nerfy, I think. Two good starting pitchers and one terrible lineup. Yeah, that seems like, what is the price? Just so I know. Like, what are you charging on a Nerfy? Like, are you going to give that as like a minus 180? Good Vibes? You're on the Mets as well. I was thinking about being on the Mets. Minus 125. Okay, interesting how they line up. Are they basically all coin flips Nerfies? I guess I can fucking look. Don't be lazy. Sorry. I'm actually studying on USFL teams, plan to make loot on SF. Dude, small markets, it's the same thing with like small market. Everybody wonders why I pay so much attention to small markets in college basketball. It's like, dude, because other people aren't. Other people aren't. I like it, lover to Trish. I'm fucking pumped for your insight when that comes around. My Mavs future to win the series at plus 205 is looking like good value. It does look like good value. I agree. What's good? Dad Trails, not much, brother. How are you? I am, life's good. I'm waiting for this Lugo match. I'm excited. Good slate tonight. I'm excited. Just exciting in terms of proving things to myself, because this Phillies game is arguably like the game I like the most so far in baseball. So I got to turn baseball around. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good night. I'm going out to dinner with a bunch of buddies. How are you doing, brother? Highest one I saw was Webb versus Scherzer at minus 200. No shit. So has anybody ever seen then some statistical like stuff that shows about that? Like what percentage of the time Nerfies hit at versus don't hit kind of things, like profitabilities and just blindly taking different types of situations, like any type of aggregate data on it. Why Phillies? I agree because of Ranger, but why else? Well, that's a big reason why, because I think he's going to have, through the first however many innings, I think it's a monster advantage for the Phillies. I think Freddie Peralta, they're going to make him throw a lot of pitches. The Phillies make people throw a lot of pitches. They work pitchers. Freddie is a guy that like very susceptible to running up really high pitch counts. I don't think just like overwhelming stuff isn't how you beat the Phillies lineup. I think they're going to work them. I think they can get to the bullpen early. Devin Williams and Hater have both pitched a lot recently. I don't know if they're going to have the best day out if they do pitch anyway. So I get a little bit of something there. But I think we're going to hit Freddie Peralta. I think we're going to, and I don't think if you give the Phillies bullpen, if you get them to like the 7th or something, I think we're fine. I get the Phillies lineup hasn't been pitching great. So that would be the counter argument. Always going to be a counter argument. The Phillies aren't playing awesome. I agree. But this is as good as a matchup as matchups get for me. Like starting pitching wise, this is it. I got a plus matchup on both sides. I think the Brewers are one of like the best 3-4 teams in baseball. They can't hit lefties for shit right now. They can't. It's unfortunate. It's like time and time and time again. So I don't know. I like this Phillies lineup, and I think especially like that top of that lineup is just going to make life hell on Peralta. I don't think they're going to give him a lot of. They're gonna lay off a lot of the iffy pitches that make long days for that young kid. So I like Freddie Peralta, but I think he's gonna get fucking wrecked. I can actually see him getting wrecked. I think the Phillies win this game handily. Personally, we'll see what happens. I think this is like Cardinals, Phillies, Rockies. Sonny Carnes, I can see it. 2 of them are on my leans list. I can see that. I dig it. Weather is great in Philly. Apparently, the weather is really good on the East Coast in general because the weather got like shitty here. Apparently, it's pretty good on the East Coast in general, I heard. Let's see. I love it. I need to get back on track in baseball, so let's see how it goes. I'm excited to see. All right. DC is so nice right now. Yeah, that's what I've heard. The whole East Coast is mad nice right now. The sun just came back out, so I'm gonna get like Dino or the dog. I just picked up like fucking 20 ribeyes, dude. I picked up so many ribeyes. I'm about to cook myself one. So many ribeyes. I've been working out again, so I'm fucking burning cow. I need to and all I eat is meat now. So I'm just fucking tanking steaks at an incredible volume. I ate like four or 5 ribeyes yesterday. That's a fucking problem. STL is perfect weather. It made shooting a 90 in golf feel a bit better. All right. Made shooting a 90 in golf feel a bit better. You normally shoot fucking way lower than 90. If I shot a 90, I'd do a fucking backflip. I would do a backflip. I'd figure out how to do it. Any info on Long from SF? I think he's decent. I don't have a lot. Let's see. I can't fucking remember him for the life of me. If I smoke less weed at some point, which I think is coming soon, I think I'm going to be a lot better at this. So I don't have to do a whole damn deep dive on the guy just to remember how he pitches in my head. Let's see. I remember him being decent. I can see Patrick Corbin can get himself into problems, which will help out San Fran today. Because I don't want to take San Fran against any lefties, really. Peripherally, he's okay. What is his breaking ball so I can identify who he is? What does he throw? Some decent. He got hit pretty hard. 12% soft percentage last year. About split ground balls to fly balls. He's only thrown 3 pitches this season. Got rid of the cutter, huh? He's barely throwing it anyways. His fastball is up 1.5 miles from last season. That's probably a good sign, granted it's early. All right, so he's got a pretty good fastball. Holy shit. 76% zone contact rate this year so far. That's pretty good. Last year, decent peripherals, I guess. Not great, to be completely honest. I don't know. I feel like does he have like a big overhand? He's like either like a real big, is it like a big 3/4 or an overhand windup? Is that Sammy Long? I felt like he was whatever to me. I still think whatever probably gets it done today. I think San Fran's so good. I think they're just going to start winning games. I love a good ribeye, good to make cheesesteaks with. Hey, that's not a bad take. Heard carnivore is where it's at. I'm a big fan of carnivore so far. My skin was really dry at first, but now it's starting to even out. I don't know whether it's a combo because I live in such a dry place combined with it. But now that my skin's not as dry anymore, I fucking like it. Would you consider laddering Phillies? I don't know what laddering means, Aaron Holtz. What does laddering mean? You'll get angry a lot easier if you stop smoking? Yeah, for sure. Tried it a few times. A couple of girlfriends in the wake. Heat, Bulls, and Pelicans. Heat, Bulls, and Pelicans. I can do. Oh shit! Fucking phone just died. Damn it, my phone died. Sorry.